Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here, and in this video, I want to talk to you about new things in AFK Journey, the season that has just been recently released as well. And first of all, thank you so much to AFK Journey for sponsoring this video. But you know we don't waste time with this channel, so let's go ahead and jump right in. The first and biggest issue that I felt when I was playing the game is, if you are on this AFK journey farming, you're trying to farm, and you miss one day, you miss 2 days because you were busy, you realize that the front pack, everyone's all ahead of you now. You can see on this graph, everyone is like ahead of me because I took a very quick break. This season actually changes very significantly how the game state is. It prevents a snowball that rolls out of control, which means that if you miss one day, that one day just snowballs, compounds, and then you are totally out of the race. This is amazing because now every 5 months, it seems, this season is like for 5 months. Don't know whether it's going to be 5 months thereafter, every 5 months. But every 5 months, the season resets. And what exactly resets is this AFK progression. So this AFK, after you clear the first 240, you enter this thing called a season if your server is mature enough to give players some time to catch up. You enter this season mode, which everyone starts back at level 1, and this of course adds on to whatever you already have. Your characters then, if you go into the resonance hall here, you can see your characters have this thing now called a season resonance level. Your old levels are not wasted. They are under this resonance synergy, which is like your base level that you have. And then you have this season resonance thereafter that adds on top of it. This season resonance level is reset every time the season changes, which is very, very nice, so you don't get that snowballing effect out of control. If you're a free-to-play player, it means that every season you have a chance of being better than before if you focus on long-term gains and not just being built up in the present. What do I mean by being caught up in the present is every season, each character actually has some key changes. They get new skills. For example, my Vala here had like these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 base skills of her kit, and then you have this new thing that appears here. You can see a seasonal skill, and I expect this to change with every single season, and this probably is the way that AFK Journey plans to balance characters, bring characters that are not really often used into the meta, and take meta characters out of it, so you get some kind of diversity in the pool, which means focusing on long-term gains is actually the way to go now with this new seasonal approach to the game too. So that is how I think it helps free-to-play players, because if let's say you selected a roster which wasn't too favorable in the base game and this season, they might always switch it up and it could always be better in the later on, which means if you're just a casual, you're just playing PvE, PvB, you don't get too much of a setback other than maybe not getting long-term progression gains. So before we go into the other things in the season, let me touch on what are the things that are staying even when the season resets, because that's quite a big important thing. You want to know how to build your account for the long term. First of all, of course, is the rarities of your characters. As you play the game, you get more gems. You will slowly upgrade your characters from Supreme, Mythic to Supreme, Supreme Plus, blah blah blah. This thing stays with your characters even if the season resets, which affects like how your base level, they are like your baseline level. The seasonal is like building a foundation on top of that. So for example, let's use Vala as an example. I will get to keep her Supreme Plus next cycle. You get to keep your affinity skins, whatever not. But also you get to keep this weapon enhancements. As you can see, my umbrella here is now plus 17, and every single point that I add into this thereafter, you keep it as well, so it's not reset every time. This adds increasing the base value of the characters, which is very important to know. These are long-term gains that you can acquire for your character. Other than that, of course, you can increase your skill levels, the base skill levels at least to a certain point, but the seasonal skill levels reset, as you can see. So don't feel too stressed out if you are not like number 1 in terms of the seasonal rankings. In September, we all have a reset and it all back to square one in a sense, but with a higher base level that we can get. So rarities, equipment level, those are all for sure. Other than that, of course, you have your base resonance level that you get. As you can see, I got some books over time, as I'm just AFKing, and when you convert them slowly, you can level up your resonance synergy level. This is like your baseline level, as you can see, level of resonance synergy affect all heroes. Then the seasonal level 120 adds on top of that. Some characters here I have are 130, but this resets every time. So we touched a bit on both of them already. Now let's talk about the other things that are new with this seasonal update, which is really nice. So one thing, of course, is they added new monsters, new bosses, but at the same time, if you realize, they have these new monsters which gives like new rewards. For example, the equipment. This equipment here, let me go back into my resonance hall. resets also with every single season. So you farm for gear. For example, now I want to forge some of this gear. Let's gain some power here. If I want to change this, all of these disappears as well at the end of the season in 5 months time. So I'm just using this to get as much power as I can, so I can get long-term rewards for my account, long-term gains, so I can get higher rarities as well, increasing my weapon levels of my characters. So think long-term. Equipment resets, artifacts, you have some of them that resets as well, like some of these seasonal artifacts, they reset, and they have different buffs. I think they will change as the season goes by. It gives a lot more versatility if the creators want to do different things. Other than that, you have new game modes like Dream Realm, but they still give long-term rewards. For example, you can see the reward ranking here. These are your Dream Fragments, which helps you exchange for A rank stuff. You have Tidal Essence, which is these are all long-term rewards where you get more Tidal Essence to help you increase your equipment levels. You even have seasonal rewards, which they call it like district ranking, where a couple of servers are together in the same district. You get long-term gains like Dream Fragments. You get long-term gains like this Temporal Essence to help you increase your exclusive equipment level. These are long-term gains, which is incentive for people to actually play the season to get as far as you can, so you can get long-term progression too. Other than that, the arena is one that didn't really change too much. We took a short break, as you can see. That's why I think this is a fantastic example of how a player, for example, I spent like $1,000. I was like top 100 in the first like month or so. But then I took a short break, very busy work, very busy with commitments, and I actually dropped now all the way down to top 50 with the new season that has already commenced. This shows that doesn't mean you're a pay-to-play player. You are always like number 1, top 100. But free-to-players can easily catch up, especially if you participate in this server's seasonal playstyle, and I think that is a very, very big change in the dynamic. It rewards people who are active rather than people who like spend the most. Of course, if you're active and spend the most, you're number 1, but this just shows the deficit it has when I am AFK for too long out of the game, in a sense. So arena doesn't really change too much. We dropped to legend 3, but not to worry. I'm like 28, getting ready for pushing to promotion, because I just came and quickly did some fighting. The rewards here are very similar. It's all long-term gains, so no seasonal gains for the normal arena here. As you can see, it's all pretty much the same as regular stuff. You just get exclusive equipment, gear, and whatnot. But what is interesting is the new Supreme Arena that they recently just added. I haven't tried this myself yet, but the rewards look pretty interesting. Let's see whether there's any rewards here. I saw like these daily rewards you can see. So if you are in a certain place, you get some coins, you get long-term rewards like this exclusive equipment gear, these red ones here. These are quite hard to get. So you definitely want to do this if you want to push your gear beyond to a certain point. But other than that, you also get a lot of arena coins to claim new characters as well. Definitely want to try this. I will probably be pushing this in a little bit. Stay tuned to the channel for more videos on that. But yeah, if you guys found this video helpful, I think that the season really changes things up a little bit. It helps a lot on free-to-play players, small spenders, and people who are active. Definitely do get ahead much better. Unfortunately, I have to catch up right now, and that's all we have for this video. And like and subscribe for more such future content. And if you like such content, make sure you subscribe to @EODGamer AFK or EODAFK on YouTube for more of such AFK journey content. And thank you guys so much for watching again. See you in the next video.